Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary as well. And I'm here this evening to do the general monthly reading for the month of October for the sign of Cancer the Crab. I'm a Cancer. Alright, so everything's been set to rights here. So let's get right into your shuffle and see what we can stir up for the month of October. Oh, please, let it be good. Let it be all good. And if it's not, give me the strength to get through it without killing somebody. This is for Cancer Sun, by the way. Please check out your moon sign and your rising signs among the other videos as well, for whichever ones pertain to you, because sometimes your other planets can resonate more for you. The readings can resonate more, hit home a little closer sometimes than your sun sign reading does. So I always say, why shortchange yourself? You know, you're all the signs, all the planets for you, and the signs. Check them all out if you have the luxury of time, right? Why would you shortchange yourself? Take it all in. Something is bound to hit home. And then come back in a while and see if the reading resonated at all. This is the telling of the future, after all. These things may relate to current situations that are going on. But what's being told here is a telling of your future. Okay. For Cancer. Cancer the Crab. Cancer the Crab. This is it already? Okay, here we go. It's a 5-card spread. The very first card. Oh, I always get apprehensive because it's mine too. Oh no. Oh no. We're going to find some good in this, not to worry. 10 of Swords. That's your overall energy, by the way. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? The vortex in your finances and your wealth. Very strange cards so far. Okay. Your third card. Are you kidding me? Your hearth, your home. Anything to do with love and your family, relationships. What are we going to draw? Every stinking bad card out of the deck on the Cancer reading? This is going to be hard for me to read it. The Tower. Destruction. I find the light in everything, so not to worry. Card number 4 are your challenges for October. Responsibility. Your final card, your message from Spirit. Okay. I'll take that. Justice and balance. Okay. When I'm finished with that, one significator for the reading as well, I will pull from the deck of tarot. Well, Cancer, let's... You guys are, I'm honest, right? But my temptation, my first impulse is like anybody else, is do another shuffle. I can't do that. I just can't do that. 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is the final card of tarot. It is the summing up of it could be anything. The ending of anything in your life. The ending of a job, the ending of a relationship, the ending of where you live, the ending of a situation. Very situational kind of a card. This card is. There's usually some degree of drama involved to whatever this summing up and ending is. So says tarot. Shock. Relief. When you see the reality of the situation, shock, a sense of relief, and then you see the reality of a situation. and you see that it cannot grow. It is done. It has done its time. It's done its spiel. It's done its turn. And I'm getting strong endings here. Boom, boom. Okay, let's take a relationship, for example. How many times when people, let's say, in the end days of a relationship, and you're aware that it's at the end, how many times in arguments do you break up? How many times before it actually happens? And then it actually happens. That's what I'm picking up on right here. This has been something that's been ongoing. It's something that's been coming for a while now for some of you. And this is a general reading for those of you that are new to tarot on the YouTube tarot community on YouTube. So this may resonate with you. You may be blissfully happy. And there's no messages here for you tonight, I can tell you that. Shut me off, move on to the next tarot reader. But yeah, that's the thing about shock and a relief is the relief will come with an inner knowing when it happens. First, it'll just be complete shock, and then this inner knowing, and this sense of, how do you describe a relief like that? You couldn't bring yourself to end it, but yet it's going to end. You've tried before, and now's the real deal. This is the end. This is it. Over. Kaput. Fini. All of it. It is finished. And that inner knowing, and a sense of relief comes with that. Not that you're happy about this. It won't really be a happy. It's a serious moment, a serious time. But the sense of relief is going to wash over you. The truth of the situation is, whatever this is for you, be it a relationship, be it a job where you're living, friendship, maybe somebody struggling in a family situation with a parent, and there's just this constant friction and the shutdown inside of knowing this is it. I'm never going to go through this again. There's some abuse going on there, and it's like this is what I'm saying. Okay, somebody's parent, elderly, because you're not a child, right? This is your parent. This is for somebody out there, and there's been this friction between the two of you for many years. It's like it's always been that way. And every time you say black, they say white. Or you say white, they say black. You say happy, they say, mad. There's always this friction, and it's an argumentative relationship. And because it's a parent, what do you do? But something has happened, and I'm not sensing death so much, but it could be. I'm not saying it is. I'm not ruling that out, the death of a parent, which would actually, that would bring an ending to that situation and that relationship. But it could be, too, that a line's been crossed that you thought, it never even occurred to you this could happen. It wasn't at all. And something happens, and there's a realization, that's it. I'm never going to speak to them again. Ever. Never. Ever. Complete. Into infinity. And you know that, and there's a sense of relief within that. It's not anything to be proud about. It's not anything to jump up and down in glee about. But for somebody out there, this is a big turnover for somebody. Huge. However unwanted this card is, it shows the truth, and it helps you to see what needs to be released. Okay? So says tarot. The advice of the card is to walk away, let go, focus in on your present. Take in where you are in the present in your life. Where is your life? And all of that, but even more so, focus in on the now as you walk through the moments of your day. And just let go of the past. And for whoever this applies to, it's bittersweet, is what I'm picking up on. Letting go of that, it's bittersweet. The keywords are completion, release, drama, transformation, truth, victimhood, and shock. That's a heavy first card. Holy moly. Oh my God. 7 Up. I almost need something stronger to get through this reading. I swear. What is this? The Vortex Temptation. This is normally the overall common meaning of this card. Is affairs of the heart. Now, this is falling into your financial sector and your wealth sector. And the meaning, basic meaning on top of that, behind the card, is temptation of many different things. But this is a strong card to be falling into the financial end of things here. This card does mean affairs of the heart. So says tarot, but there are feelings. Here we go. It's right within. This is a literal text off the card. Trapped by a job and financial contracts. Bingo. Right there, right off. For some of you. For others, this could be love. This could be lust as well. A feeling of having very little power. Something or someone has control over you. As in when you signed a contract in a financial contract. Like in the bigger picture, that's what it is. This is all about making money. Agreements to making money, partnering up, and the contracts being signed. So the other person has as much control over you as you would of them. In a sense, in a smaller partner where you're not dealing with a big conglomerate businesses or stuff like that. This is like a one-on-one with another person. You're equally balanced there. But they jumped in and they got a head start on you, or they got something on you, and they're pulling that trump card. You both have one, but they've pulled theirs first, like a game of Snap. They got it out first, and they're pulling a power pull on you. There's something going on there, and you're feeling like I didn't want this to happen. And here's lessons learned when it comes to signing contracts. If you don't go over everything that you sign in your life, something can come back to bite you. And this person proves it. And they said, look, there it is. You didn't read that? Well, no, I didn't read that. You're going to be saying, I mean, I thought you wanted me to like sign it right on the moment, and I didn't have time. It would take me 2 days to read all that. I trusted you. Oh, well, the other person says, sucks to be you, right? And that can, and that's an overwhelming feeling, like all of a sudden, whatever's going to go down, you are so not happy about it. You are very, very disturbed about it. And if you buck that other person, you know, it could affect your financial bottom line, is what it could do. But you're feeling like they, more so than the money, that this other person has some kind of control over you, and it's very unnerving for you. For others, so says tarot, feeling an attraction over something or someone that is no good for you. All right? They're no good for you. I don't care if, you know, you see this person from a distance, from afar, and you've been pining away from them. And I love this take on, you've been in a relationship with this person for the last 2 years, and they don't even know your name. But every day you see them, and your head swims. You're like, you get dizzy with desire. Your knees, you get weak in the knees, and you've got that sinking, heavy butterfly feeling in your stomach, and you break out into a cold sweat. Every time you see them, that person's not good for you. All right, I say it, and tarot says it as well. That's bad. That is all pheromones that are popping. It is all, you know, all the sciencey stuff, as they say, that's going on between two humans interacting, right? There's dopamines and oh boy, just all kinds of stuff. And even smells can set that off. The way the scent of a person can set that off as well. There's this pull. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I've been there. Been around long enough. You think it never happened to me? I'm not your school teacher that doesn't have kids' eyes. School teachers. What do you mean what do you mean they live in a house? And what do you mean they got kids of their own? What do you mean they're married? They got a husband or a wife? Or what do you mean we don't see teachers when we're young outside the classroom? We never envision that. I think for some tarot readers, it's the same way in the same capacity. Yeah, I know what that feels like. That pull. It does almost make a sound like that. Whenever you see somebody like, and you know, the logical side of your brain says, there's things about them that I could never tolerate. But oh my gosh, there's the other side of it. There's this magnetic pull, and it almost sounds like they walk by and it's it's so funny. But you know logically, and that's going on for whoever that's going on for. The message is meant for you. It's not meant for everybody. Um, and you almost feel a lack of control, and as badly as you yearn to be with that person and be a part of that person, be a part of their life, the very thought of them walking towards you and looking you straight in the eyes, they walk towards you, stops your heart and you can't breathe. It's the last thing you want. It's the most that you want, but yet in the reality, you probably would then, if they get within 3 feet of you, probably vomit on their feet from nerves. There's that strong of a pull. Life is like that. Things are strange. I don't know why. Eventually these things go away though. Those things never, when you see that person 10 years down the road and they don't have any effect on you. Matter of fact, party is going, I'm really glad I never got tied up with them in the first place. But it was bad back then. It was bad. But anyway, I just bringing it out there because this is what I feel, and I have to unload that with you. But yes, this card can also represent addictions of different kinds to substances or to love. Love itself. People do get addicted to. I can hear it. You know what? This doesn't happen when I'm not here at the camera. I don't fumble my words at all, and I'm not nervous here. The minute I turn the camera on, there is these funny little idiosyncrasies that take place. My nose itches, my lip, usually my top lip, will start to itch. And I flub my words up really bad. So I don't know what the heck's going on. It's got something to do with all of this. That's for sure when messages are being channeled through for you guys. So, my face hasn't started itching yet, but it will. I know it will. But here's the thing. Some people fall and get addicted to being in love. They really do. It's the romance, the honeymoon stage. Some may refer to it as the honeymoon stage. And when that wears off, reality starts setting in. There's a sense of dissatisfaction. You're not getting the big butterflies anymore, knowing you're going to see them. You're not giddy because and it's like they're all they're all that you could think about in the run of your day. They're every other thought that goes through your mind is that person's name, their eyes, their smile, the way they make you feel, and you're daydreaming all the time, and you can't wait for the moment to be back together with them again. Those things, after a while, they level out. But for the everlasting love for people, those things grow into something deeper if it's meant to last. They grow into something deeper. That's when the bond gets created. When you get past the honeymoon stage, you're either going to break up and go your separate ways, or you're going to decide to stay with this person, and it's going to continue to grow, and that's when your bond gets created. And that there's nothing to surpass that. That's it. That's the highlight. That's the pinnacle of being in love, is that bond with someone else. It goes beyond the physical attraction. Something very deep takes place between two people. And that person, that's what you call intimacy. You don't have relationships like that with everybody that you know. You just don't do that. You pick one person. They're it. Be it your mate, your spouse, your best friend, whoever that is. But they become your number one. And then, of course, you love and you care for everybody else. But this is the most extreme personal thing for you that affects every second, every minute of your day. That person, though, I will say, eventually falls into what you consider your family sector. But there is a bond there. That bond is new, And it becomes as strong as the bond as you have with your blood family, people you've known since birth. It's that kind of a degree. Anyways, we'll move on from there. That's the end of that message for whoever that's meant for. But yes, there's addictions to love, like I said. But here's the thing, and I just, so says Tarot, to back up what I just said. It's all an illusion. All right? The beginning of it all is an illusion. Here's the thing, though, for those of you who feel that somebody has control over you, you can break free at any time you want. It'll be easier than you think. Stand up and take back your power. Don't let anything dictate anything. Don't let anything or anyone dictate who you are to you. Don't stand for that. If you got habits, you gotta, you know, we're talking drug addiction, tobacco, alcohol, which is the worst of the worst. That and heroin, you know, as far as bad, you know. So, that's just my personal opinion on all of that, anyways. And no, I don't take pills or anything like that. So don't think that of me. I don't. I'm not a pill head or anything. I'm not certainly not an alcoholic. But for those of you that are addicted, you know, I've got my vices. I got one really bad addiction, and that is the addiction of tobacco. I was so stressed out when I seen this. I almost lit up right on camera. It isn't going to happen, but that's all I do. And I don't leave my house. My big excitement is going for a walk on the beach or running around my backyard, or having friends over. These kinds of things. But I can't remember the last time we've even gone really to a real grocery store. We've got our convenience store up here about 5 miles away, but I honestly don't remember. Which is kind of weird. There's something off about that, but people have addictions. They have their vices. Everybody does. But the thing is, for those of you wanting to break those things, those habits, it's going to be so much easier. You were not born addicted. Okay, well, unless you came from an addicted mother, right? Outside of that, you were not born an alcoholic. You were not born a heroin addict. You're not born a coke addict. You're not born any of these things. So is the possibility there for you to go back, right, to the time before the addiction? Hell yeah. Absolutely 100%. Just fantastic. You really got to stop and think about that. Think about that. I wasn't born this way. Therefore, I can go back to being the way I was and what was intended for me before the addiction. You know, after a while, I've heard people say it becomes just a bad memory. You never forget you're an addict or an alcoholic or anything like this, but you live with it. And after a while, as more time goes by, it gets further and further into the past. It makes your present and your future seem a little bit better. Your keywords are choices and contracts, control and power, affairs, restrictions, and addictions. And how was your financial? Wow, this is going to be, all the readings are long this month. My goodness. So, wow. In your hearth and home, we have the Tower, which is destruction. It doesn't have to be all bad, my people. It doesn't have to be all bad at all. You know, some destruction in life is really, really good. But some of you, when this card shows up, this is a general reading. If you're not feeling it now, you're going to feel like your whole world is falling apart. Okay? There's always, you know, it's like digging for gold. You got to beat through the dirt, the mud, the silt, all of that to get to the gold. And it's a good metaphor for life as well. You have to go through things to get to the good. Otherwise, you don't recognize the good when you see it. So we have to go through that. It's just a fact of life. No, we don't have to go through hell for every little thing that comes along in our life, every little good thing in order to get that. Sometimes wonderful things come out of the blue, and you're going, wow, what did I do to deserve that? I didn't even have to pay my dues to get that. It came to me, and yes, that happens to everybody all the time. But these are things that it's going to be easier if you can realize, okay, I've been through a lot. I can go through this too. But you just, what's going to come after, feeling like your world is crashing down around you. You need to now, after this, you're going to need to accept the change that chaos brings. All right, and there is, and I jumped ahead and just said that all to you. Um, Here's the thing: you need to know that none of this is your fault. This is just the way things have worked out. Shock is going to equal a breakthrough for some of you. This is going to be a chance for somebody to see the world in a whole brand new light, in a whole brand new way. For some of you as well, there could be some issues with your personal property. Some of you could, I hate this because I don't like delivering these messages, but some of you may face challenges to your very security of your life, of a fear of losing what you've become familiar with and what you know. Relationships could be affected, finances could be affected, and some of you are going to be feeling extremely vulnerable, and that's a horrible feeling. But as I said, this is all part of the process. You will survive and you will get through it. The advice is surrender to the universe and give up control. If some of you are feeling that you're falling and being pulled that much into the dark, just say, okay, I'm not doing a real good job here. And because I do this, I really suck at this. If I just give it to you, I just know that what will happen, that it's meant to be. But I'm not going to try to influence the situation anymore. Please take control of it. Take it over for me. And I trust that you are going to do what is going to be best for me. Because each one of us, the scheme of the universe is as important as the next. We are all valued the same way. We get the same amount of attention and the same amount of love from the universe because that's what it's all about. And we have to go through these things. There's a reason for it. There's always a reason. And I'd say, the 60 to 80% of the time we say, why am I going through this? Why is this happening to me? It doesn't happen to you. It's going to happen to the next person, whatever. Well, the old comeback is, why not? Why not you? But I believe it goes way beyond that it's a very personal thing. And that's what makes us individuals. That's what makes us unique to each other. If we were all the same, we would never speak to each other. We would never interact. We'd never have relationships. How boring would that be? We are all still, yes, we are all children of the universe, but we're individuals and we are unique. As each grain of sand is what we are. That's my belief. And enough about that. Okay, that's done. But some of you, yes, could have challenge. Yeah, you're just this feeling of vulnerability. So giving everything up and giving up control to the universe is sometimes the best way to be, and fly by the seat of your pants and to wish for the best. You know what? This has happened twice in the last month. Where's my book? I'm being pulled to my book. So you flippin' naysayers want to go, yeah, Paul, your book? Yeah, I know a lot of the older tarot readers do. They'll have a couple of decks on the go, and they'll pull the books on them, and it's a regular part of their show, you might say, their thing. But this is an important card, and I'm taking the time. Probably I'm a little biased here because I'm a Cancer, but I need to get to that card. I'm being prompted to share the card with you, much more in depth. The literal meaning, tarot is speaking here is what I'm saying to you. All right. So I don't think I'm going to even, unless I see something and hear something, I'm going to read this verbatim and then I'm going to move on to the next card. I won't add anything to it. When the tower falls, you feel your world collapsing around you. Lightning strikes, and there's little you can do other than accept the chaos and the change that it brings. This disaster is not your fault. You may be in shock at first, but this event is also a breakthrough. You are given a chance to see the world in a very, very different way. Additionally, the card may signify issues with property and challenges to your security. You may be feeling vulnerable financially and in relationships as well. The advice of this card: surrender to the universe and give up control, and begin to construct a new way of working, thinking, relating, or living. Did you hear that, Cancer? Begin to construct a new way of working, thinking, relating, or living. You now have the freedom to start over and a strong foundation on which to rebuild whatever has fallen. Your keywords: breakdown, endings, chaos, surrender, breakthrough, beginnings. And a beautiful word to sum this whole card up: enlightenment. And I'm going to leave that with you guys, and you can do with it as you will. Let's move on to the next card. Your challenges for the month of 10 of Wands. Responsibility. Okay. Wow. Oh my God, look at this reading. It's so long. Sorry, guys. 10 of Wands. Your challenges. There's certain cards of the tarot. We've got security card of the tarot. We've got the thief card of the tarot. Blah, blah, blah goes on. This one here is the overwhelm card of tarot. I'm never going to wish for good reading again like that with any sign, because I really thought we were going to have a really good reading. This is real heavy stuff. This is major life changes for some of you. Maybe even myself. Who knows? But this is the overwhelm card of the tarot, and this is your challenges for the month of October. There's going to be too much to do. There's going to be too much to think about. There's going to be pressures at home or on the job at work. You're becoming too absorbed in the details and not seeing the bigger picture or what is needed. Also, for some of you, there's one thing or one person that is taking all your energy up. Stop and ask yourself, what is that, or who is that? This is, you're feeling like there's absolutely no time to even tend to your own needs. Things are going to get kind of busy. You need to find a way to handle it all, whatever's going to work for you. You know what? When I get real overwhelmed, and when I can't move and make things happen any quicker, you know what I do? I slow right down. I just slow down. Just as simple as that. And I say one step at a time, one bite at a time, one thought at a time, one phone call at a time, one text at a time. And you know what? Eventually you get through it. But that sense of panic all the time is overwhelming, because you're going, I can't do this all. I can't get this all done. You know what? You're only human. You can only do what you can only do, and then deal with the fallout. The advice is set boundaries in your life, especially with other people, to reduce the stress in your life, especially with other people. That'll just, honest, never mind, I'm not going to go on. That would be my personal opinion. I'm just trying to stay to what I'm hearing and the message of the card. Say no to some people. Learn to say no to some people. If for some of you need that little spitfire put underneath you, look at it this way. Some people wouldn't have a problem saying no to you, would they? Would they? Attack it as a lesson learned. If you need help, ask for it. And if you can't help, say I can't. Move on. Stop wasting your time, whoever you are, and move on. Ask for help somewhere else. I can't help you. There's nothing I can give you. Just learn to say no to some people. No, I'm sorry. Nothing personal, but I cannot. End of. Cancers have a hard time saying no. They can be overwhelmed real easy. That's why I'm emphasizing that. Keywords can be burdens and overload, confusion, exhaustion, blocks, priorities, and pressures. All right. Your last card. Your message from Spirit is justice. all about balance. So yeah, your challenges for the month are going to be getting on top of things and saying no, getting some control back. That's this whole reading is about gaining control back in your life. That's the overall meaning, getting control back. But this card here is balance. She's here to restore balance. And a lot of times, too, she represents a strength of character and a strength of integrity and what is right in the world is what this is all about. So, Tarot is sending you a message saying, judging from the past, a decision is going to go in your favor. So things are starting to pan out and get a little bit better. This could pertain to a legal claim. It could pertain to work, a family matter, or relationships. Expect to find the truth of a situation among your travels as well. And what you find is going to bring healing, and it's going to bring closure. For any of you that have been left in the dark, this is probably to do with relationships. If any of you have been left in the dark in any way, shape, or form, and you've not been able to have true closure, and you've not been able to have real meaning, these things, if they're not dealt with and rectified and settled, they never go away. They're always going to be recurring in your life, many moons down the road in relationships, etc., this kind of thing. Some of you are going to be weighing your options as well, and you need to make a decision of some kind. I don't know what that is, but yet it's something. I'm trying to pick up on it, and the weighing of options. You need to make decisions. The tarot says as well that vindication and strength comes from within. What is that? Weighing of options to make decisions. And maybe it means something to somebody out there, but it's bugging me. Vindication and strength as well. When you need it, it's going to come from within. All right, you are going to be vindicated for your suspicions, for any accusations, is what I'm hearing here. You may be making you may have made accusations, and you're going to be vindicated and find out that you were right. To feel that way, you knew all along. There's no doubt in your mind, right, that you were right. But to other people, you will be vindicated in their eyes. Put it that way. There's a big difference there. It's not within yourself, it's other people. That's what I'm hearing. Know that your angels and guides are supporting you in your life's path as well, Cancer. I have to, I do know I have guidance, and I am aware. I'm aware of what is around me. Very, very much so. Aware of the spirits that walk these grounds. And when I call on them, they're here, and I realize that. But yeah, they are supporting you on your life's path. The advice is to take a practical approach when it comes to decisions that need to be made, options that need to be weighed. Take a practical approach and remain realistic. What more can a person do? That's all that you can do. Your keywords are calm, decisions, integrity, my favorite word, truth, legal issues, support, and vindication. And it's good to be vindication within the public eye of your life, whatever that is, right? Okay, so your last card, oh my gosh. I pulled my arm. I vaguely remember doing it, yet I can't remember what it was I did. These things are heavy. Oh my gosh. Ow. It'll go away, whatever it is. It's not funny. I must have blocked it out, whatever it was, but I vaguely remember pulling something in my arm. Must have been something mundane. It could have been too, maybe, because I think taking washers out of the clothes out of the washing machine, because I'm short. I'm only like 5'2.5", just under 5'3". And the washing machine comes up to here on me. So when I have to reach down and pull things out, you know how they get kind of stuck? I may have reefed it that way. That's what I'm thinking. Like I'm on my tippy toes and I'm half in the washer trying to get clothes. I am. I'm a shorty. Yeah. Don't underestimate me, though. Don't underestimate me. Because I'm short, there's that old, well, it's, in this case, I use it as a metaphor. If you're fighting an opponent that's bigger than you, taller than you are, you walk right into them if you're shorter than them. And they can't do nothing once you're in there. So, tricks that I've learned over the years. I'm a very calm person. I abhor violence of any kind. I can't watch it on TV. I can't watch anything like that. I can't read about it. I can't view it. And I can't be exposed to it. It does a number on me. I don't like violence of any kind. I find it ages a person. A lot of people I know that gore and horror is a big seller, you know, within the media world, right? But it's not my bag, I'll tell you that. Life's too short. My days are too short to waste my time watching somebody get beat to death with a baseball bat, you know, and stuff like that. No, no. One card, one significator for Cancer for this 5-card spread, this general October reading. Sorry this reading was so long. And I keep saying next reading won't be so long, and it gets longer. This is the longest one. I'm very sorry, Cancer. Hope you all made a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and got comfortable. Okay. All right. Here she comes. No, I knew that wasn't one. Come on, let go. Oh, Temperance. I'm trying to remember if there's a reverse on this or not. I'll show you upright. Oh, why do I feel like it just keeps getting better? Where's my book? There it is. Temperance. Sorry I even did this reading. I'm just regretting it now. I swear I'm just regretting it. Just, nothing we can't live through and get through, but I'm just tired, man. Just want peace. Oh, there is a reverse. Oh, the reverse. I'll read you the upright meaning on this deck first. Upright means moderation, compromise, harmony, and mixing separate elements into a whole. The reverse is conflict, lack of harmony, hostility even for some, frustration, and impatience. I'm not adding anything more to this reading. I'm just totally disgusted, really. But you know what? Most that sounds normal, like a normal month for me anyway. I'm so sorry for the length of the reading. Look at that, 43 minutes. Very sorry. If you like this reading, you'd like a private reading, I offer the service found down below this video window in the show more section. Read through once, grab my email, ship it off, and get you taken care of. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Bay of Funny Fortunes is found on Google, Blogspot, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook as well under the group Bay of Funny Fortunes. That is a closed and private group of like-minded individuals like you and like me. What a great place to be. So if you're ever looking for me, you can always find me right here in Bay of Funny Fortunes. If I'm not right here, literally, you'll find me walking the beach down below. Along the water's edge, I hold the mightiest tides of the whole planet, the beautiful and the bountiful Bay of Fundy. And I'm watching the tide. Oh, right now the tide is coming in. Or no, it isn't. It's going out. It's hard to see in the dark, but it's on its way out. Well, I'm just a tide junkie. Therefore, if you're ever looking for me, chances are you're going to find me waiting on the next high tide. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. I hope that we all come out the other end unscathed, and there's lessons learned through all these. Oh, dear Lord. I think I want to just take a vacation in the middle of nowhere for the next month, for the month of October. But anyways, I wish you the best. Peace and always, always, always. Come back in a week's time, and I'll be doing the weeklies, and we'll follow the month through and see it as it unfolds. But until then, I wish you the very, very best, and enjoy your month. And I hope to see you next week. Bye for now.